are puffed up, I'm pissed, I'm mad, I'm disappointed. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ntuli and you can follow me on Instagram at Soo I_Barbie, just the same as my YouTube channel. I don't have any other account that you can go ahead and follow me at. This is the only account, which is my Instagram account, and that is it. So let's go ahead and start with the story time. Okay, I don't know why I'm so nervous and scared at the same time for my family seeing this, because it's not that bad. I mean, they were there, they saw what happened. But yeah. But the thing is, with my family on that day, they thinking that I was doing something way more hectic than I was doing, while as I was just doing nothing. But yeah, we'll get to that. But anyways, on this day, I believe it was on school holidays, because my parents weren't home, and it was just me and my siblings at home. Even Nakona, it was just me and my little brother and one of my sisters, right? So one of my friends was hosting. It was her birthday, so she decided we should come along. My mom bought cakes and drinks. Let's go. So my other friends who live closer to me decided that we should go there, right? That time I don't even have taxi fare, and my friends are like, no, we'll pay for you, let's go. I'm like, sharp, let's go. How? Okay then, fine. I call my mom. I'm like, as in, let me clean fast, because you know when you're cleaning and everything, your mom is first gonna ask you, have you cleaned, have you do this and this. So I'm like, let me clean and make it spotless. Everything that I know she's gonna ask me, let me do it now before I call her. Fine, I clean, and I do everything, and then I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, can I please go to my friend's place? It's her birthday and whatnot. I add a bit of sugar there, and she's like, have you cleaned? Have you done this and this and this and this? And she's like, you know what? No, you can't go. You were there just a week ago. But anyways, so she's like, no. I'm like, but Mama, I've cleaned. I've done everything. I'm not going to school, and I'm even bored. I'm home with my siblings. That's the only, like, we're the only people home, and it's boring. The TV is boring. Can I go? My mom was like, no, I will up. Alright? I'm sitting at home. Cheeks are puffed up. I'm pissed. I'm mad. I'm disappointed. My mom said I can't go. I have to stay home. Still sulking. My mom said, no, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do with myself, because you understand, the TV is boring, there's nothing to watch, and it's just not cute. So I hear a knock. My friends knock. I haven't told them, by the way. I think I sent them an SMS, but they couldn't, I guess they didn't find the SMS because so much just came. They're like, let's go. I'm like, my mom said I can't go. What, and I tell them what happened, and my mom is like, I can't go. They're like, no man, let's go, we'll come back before she comes back from work. They're like, let's go, we'll come back before she comes back from work. I'm like, anyways, I don't have cash. I only probably have cash to go there and not to come back. They're like, no, it's fine, we got you, let's go, because we already planned. This was already planned. Our friend knows that we're coming, so let's go, we'll come back before she comes back from work. I'm like, okay, fine. But I'm getting excited, guys. I know I'm doing the wrong thing, but I'm also getting excited because we're going. Let's rush. So now I rush, I go, I get dressed, everything. I get ready, we rush out, we go. Take a taxi, we go, we head there, we go there. Now, let me tell you, the other reason why I got so disappointed was that previously, when my mom was talking about that I was just there not so long ago, I think it was a time when my friend had a sleepover. Yeah, my friend had a sleepover. It was just the three of us, and so we went there, and I met this other guy who was a friend of my other friend, and I had a thing for this guy, and he had a thing for me, but we never talked or anything. Nothing ever happened. We were just chilling, and then we left and went to my other friend's house. So the reason why I was so bummed was because now I'm thinking I'm gonna see this guy. I'm so excited. You know when you still have those butterflies in your stomach. It was that situation. Plus I was young, guys. So I'm like, let's go, we're going, I'm going to see him, I must get dressed, I must look proper. So we go. We get there. Now that was the reason why I was bummed. Look, I'm spiraling all over the place, but that was the reason why I was bummed, because there was this guy and I wanted to go see him, and I felt like my mom ungikhathela amathuba. Ungivalela amathuba, guys, ungivalela iminyango. But anyways, yeah, so we left, got there, and then my other friends didn't come. I think, yeah, my other friends were also there. And then now this guy is friends with my other friend who lives there. Okay, fine, take a taxi, we go. We get there, and my other friend lives far away. So now we have to go fetch the other friends and walk back with them to the other section. You know, it's sections, and that section where my friend lives at is a bar. So we gather, my other friend with her guy friends and my crush are there. We all go, we walk. It's a good day, it's a fun day. I forgot, guys. Like, my mom had not said yes, and I'm here. Even forgot about that. Like, so we go there and we get to my other friend's place, whom it's her birthday. Alright? We get there, it's her and her cousin, I think, or it was another friend of hers. So we get there, we sit down. Guys, like, let me tell you, it was such a I don't even know what to say. Like, there wasn't nothing hectic happening. Like, she's also like, my mom bought us cake, cool drinks, some snacks. We're gonna chill, listen to music, and just have a good time. Stop. Fine. We like, okay, no problem. So we all sitting together, having jokes, having a laugh, listening to music. Like, we're all having a good time. Like, there wasn't anything that was there that we weren't supposed to be doing. Even with the guys, like, I was still young, guys, and I wasn't, you know, like, everything was just fresh. You know, so I had this crush on this guy, but I couldn't talk to him. You know, that crush and that fear at the same time, whereas you're like, I like him, but I'm not gonna go ahead and talk to him. That was me. So it was just a mess, and neither guy was like afraid of me, so he also didn't come up to talk to me or anything like that. So I mean, even the other reason why I even went there, it was just like, you know, I don't even know what's the proper way to say it. It was like a friendly place. Like, we weren't doing anything we weren't supposed to be doing, guys. So we said, my friend's mother comes back. She comes back, and now it's time to go, guys. What happens now is that as we are thinking of going, because I'm telling them my mom is going to come back at this time, we have to go. The rain starts pouring. And as the rain starts pouring, my mom's friend comes, and we don't have any umbrellas, we don't have anything. We dressed for a sunny day. Nobody has a jacket or anything for, you know, the rain and everything. So we're like, my friends are like, we're not gonna walk out in the rain. At that time, when I thought about my mom and her voice and that bone, I'm like, I have to walk in this rain. It doesn't matter. In my mind, I'm thinking, let me go. It doesn't even matter, guys. Let me just run in the rain. But they're like, no, you can't go. Even my friend's mom was like, you can't go in this weather. You're gonna get sick. Sit down and you'll go later on. Nobuhle goes ahead and she's like, once again, let's chill. We sit. People are laughing. Now I'm feeling it. My mom is coming back from work. What are you gonna tell her? Because she said you can't go. Because at the same time, I was thinking, if I get back there, maybe like a few minutes after her, I'll just say I was just around the area, you know. But now I'm seeing the time is going and people are chilled around, and the friends that I came with are relaxed. Fine, we go ahead, we sit. Guys, tell me, you know how when it rains, it like sometimes it quickly gets dark afterwards? It got dark. By the time we were leaving, it was dark. Okay, fine. We go. Now when we're walking out, how my crush is even talking to me, like, like, it was great. And mind you, when we left the house, I was so scared. I wasn't even enjoying anything, because now I have to get home. My mom is pissed wherever she is, and she knows I went where she told me not to go. So now I'm scared everything, but now the crush comes and he talks to me. everything gets a bit better, nyana, 2 minutes. But deep down, my heart is, you know, when you're scared and you know something is gonna happen, and your heart starts feeling like it's on fire, like it's burning. So that was me. But because now my crush is here, obviously now I put that to the side. I can't feel it clearly. I'm focusing on the person in front of me. We go ahead and we start walking. Now remember I told you, when you walk to my friend, she's at another section which is far away, and it was just raining. So now we have to walk all the way back, and we have to catch a taxi back home. Now I'm with my crush, and it's like we have to go. My friends are not rushing me because they're seeing that I'm with my crush and I wanted to go and see my crush and everything. So now they let me be, and I don't have that thing in me to say, guys, let's get a taxi, and taxis are gonna be done at this time. Now my crush is here. I can't even focus. I can't even think about that. And I'm like, okay. I just kept on walking without stopping anyone to go home. How? Guys, we walk there. We get to where my crush and them have to, you know, they could have walked with us basically, but they decided, guys, very sharp, we are out, we are slicing, we're going home, we were cold and we have to go. That time I sat there and I walked with this person and let the taxis pass, and it was all for him. And now because we are there and he has to go home, he just goes like that. They don't even walk with us. I'm like, yeah, ne, you should have thought about that and you should have just went home. But it hit me later on, guys. It hit me later on. Okay, fine. It's dark outside. Now we have to go. My friends are like, we can't get a taxi. There are no taxis. Like, we tried hiking. We tried finding a taxi, but there were no taxis. We couldn't hike because we were still young back then. So they had family in that place in EK. So they go to the other family. And Nakona, when we go to the family, they say we're going to my cousin's place. But we're standing outside. We're not even going inside the house. Hey, and I had to go look fresh for the cash, Musi. So I'm not warm. Fine. Now we're standing outside. The cousin, I think, came out and we talked to the cousin. And then I think he went back inside the house. I don't remember. Yeah, the cousin, I think, went back or something like that. So my friends are like, no, let me call my dad. My dad is going to come and fetch us. They call the dad and everything. And the dad is like, I think he just left Joburg. Yeah, I think he had just left Joburg on his way here. And that's like a 2 hours drive, sort of. So, yeah, I had no other choice but to wait. You know, I was scared, ne? I was scared. My heart was on fire. But it wasn't on fire until my mom called. Sure. You know that phone call when you know that things are about to go down? There was that phone call, and she doesn't even say hello. She goes ahead, she calls. I answer the phone. Hello. She's like, Oopi. I'm like, I'm at EK. And I start rushing to tell her everything because now I'm afraid. She's thinking I went there and she said no and everything. So I'm trying to tell her everything that happened so that maybe she'll cool down a bit. She's like, you went there with that when I told you not to go there. And I knew right there and there, Oguti, I might die today. I don't know if I'm gonna see the next day, but this might just be the last day for me. She's like, you know, I was scared there until she said, your dad is home. You see, I see my mom, but my dad is last number. Yeah. When she said your dad is home, it's over for me. Like, literally, it is over. There's nothing more for me to do. And then my friends are like, no. Okay, they start calling, we should come back. If you don't come back, and you know what they tell you, if you don't come back by this time, she drops the phone. She keeps on calling, where are you? Are you coming? Did you find transport? If you don't come back by this time, your dad is pissed. Come home. That time the dad is, my friend's dad, Usuga Echobek, guys, ne? Usuga Echobek, and he's on his way. Guys, sure, fine. I keep on telling my mom, my friend's dad is coming. He's coming to fetch us. In. Fine. My friends are like, she starts calling again. Now I don't have anything to say. I've said the lies. Everything I could have said, I've said. Where's the dad? What am I gonna say now? Because I didn't tell her what the dad is because it's already late, guys. I'm a child who's supposed to be home when the sun sets. But now it's like Boma 7, 8. It was Boma 7, 8. No, it was actually Boma 8. It had just hit 8 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. So did I get home at 9? Yeah, I think I got home at like close to 9 around there. But yeah. Fine, my mom calls again. My friends are like, don't answer. What are you gonna tell her? Did Unawushle listen? She's there not answering the phone. And we all know when you don't answer the phone, you piss her off even more. Don't do that. That's something you don't do. Even if you have to tell her lies after lies after lies, as long as you answer the phone. Because if you don't answer the phone, you're making things worse. Fine. My mom now doesn't call. It's my sister who's calling, because now I'm not answering my mom's phone. My sister calls, and back then, like, not benkanga, but that was not right. Like, not answering the phone call was super disrespectful, guys. Like, if you also think about it, that was also just so disrespectful. Yo, it was so disrespectful. But anyways, my sister calls, and now I know if my sister is calling Gooby. So I go ahead, and my sister calls me, and I answer. She's like, where are you exactly? I'm like, I'm at my friend's cousin's place. She's like, where exactly? Because your brother-in-law is coming to fetch you. My brother-in-law had a business around that area, so he was there. So they're like, my brother-in-law is coming to fetch you. He was there just now, and he's turning back to come and fetch you. Whereas now they had to ask somebody to come and fetch me, and that person was already on their way back home. Now I had to turn back and come and fetch me. Yo. They call my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law comes, and they ask me, where exactly are you? I ask my friends, I don't even know where we are. I don't even know where we're standing, where we are. I don't know. I'm like, where are we? And they tell me, I tell my brother-in-law, and he comes. Fine. We go, we drive until we get home. I get home, I get inside. I get inside the house, and I'm like, Sanmonan. My dad is sitting there, everybody is sitting down, they're eating. I'm like, Sanmonan. Boom. Everybody is silent. That's when I knew Uguti. But I already knew before I got there, Uguti, things are bad. But it's just that, you know, when I got in and realized that nobody was even saying hello, I knew Uguti. It was just not only my parents. Everybody's just annoyed by me. Fine, I get in, I go straight to the room. I know I'm gonna get a beat down. Yo, I knew that I was gonna get beaten up. One thing my sisters and I always made a joke about was that if you know they're gonna beat you up, get dressed. If you have a chance to go in your room and get dressed, like, wear tons and tons of layers so that when they beat you, you won't hear anything. But in that moment, guys, I think, did I get dressed? Yes, I did get dressed. But as I was getting dressed, to be honest, as I was getting dressed in my room, I thought to myself, you know what? I deserve this beating. Honestly, I deserve this beating. I've never came back home at this time. Even I'm shocked. Yes, I understand, because I was there. I understand what was going on. But at the same time, they told me not to come here. And I'm back at home at this time. I deserve it, basically. So I just wore gahle. Yes, I didn't have much of layers. Actually, I think on my pants I had 2 layers. I had a track pant and something else underneath. I think a jean. I think I wore on top of the jean I was wearing, and then I wore the track pant on top of the jean, and then on top I wore like a jacket. Fine, as I'm sitting in the room, I'm getting in bed because I know I can't go back. And that side, it's hectic. My dad didn't even look at me. So I go ahead and get inside the blanket. My mom comes, the door. I know what's gonna happen now. They beat me up. You know, my My mom was so pissed that even as she was beating me up, she was just like, you know what, never mind. And she stopped beating me up and she left. Because she was that pissed. Like, as she's beating me up, she's asking me questions. But you've already said everything through the phone, so... Like, I was answering, but, even she was like, you know what? But she keeps on beating me up. She beat me up. She beat me up with a shoe or a belt. But those are the two things that will destroy you. And they choose between those two. So she chose between those two. Fine. She beats me up. I pull the blanket and I go inside the blanket. I didn't even cry, guys. I knew I deserved that. Like, I knew, Gucci, I deserved that. And that was supposed to happen. So I just go inside the blanket and I sit down. My armpits are disgusting. But yeah, anyways, I go back and I sit down. I get inside the blanket, right? I get inside the blanket, and as I'm sitting inside the blanket, I'm still dressed in the clothes that I was wearing, because I'm thinking there's no way my dad is not gonna step into this room. After my mom, it's my dad. And my dad, it's gonna go down. I might just go to school on Monday with open scars, guys. Like, I might just sleep outside the house. That's why I didn't even take off the clothes I was wearing, because I wore like track pants and there was this other big sweater jersey that I wore. And I thought to myself, I might just sleep outside the house today, so let me just keep these clothes on and just leave them there. Ow! Fine. My sisters, I hear the door open. My sister's like, get dressed, we're leaving. I'm like, hey, that day as I was such that day, the mentality that, because my mom was like, what are you doing outside at this time of the night? What were you doing? Where were you? You will get pregnant and blah 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 blah. There are sicknesses outside and and people get little girls, like, you get stolen, you could get pregnant, everything. And with that, when she said that, I don't know why, because at the same time I was still wrong and I was supposed to understand why my mom was thinking that, because then why was I out? I'm young and I have friends, and my friends and I shouldn't be doing anything at this time of the night. So where was I? I understand that. But at that time, when she was asking me that and when she was done, I sat inside the blanket and I got mad. Instead of me crying and saying that I was wrong, I got mad. It's been doing that. So, like, I got mad. I got mad at the fact being that I wasn't doing anything, and all of the things that you're thinking that I was doing, I don't do whatsoever. Like, I don't do any of that. Like, the things that she thought I was doing, I don't do any of them. Even besides that day, I don't do them. So what you're thinking, what you're accusing me of, is something that I don't even do. Why would you think of something like that? Why would you think that I would do something like that? And I understand, because I came back late, but at the same time, in my mind at that time, I was like, but I'm always a good child. Like, even though I go to my friends and I might come back a bit late, but I don't do any of those things. I'm still a good child, and I always hold the time. I always come back on time. So why would you think that? So now I'm pissed with, now they're accusing me of things that I didn't do. That's why you're still so mad, because now you're thinking that I did something that I didn't even do. Fine. My sister gets into the room and like, get dressed, we're going. I'm like, they're trying to scare me. So I'm like, fine, we go. And as we're driving, I'm wondering, but where are they going to take me at this time of the night? What are they going to do? Because I don't understand why you're taking me in. The only thing you could possibly do is beat me up. So if you're getting me inside the car and you're not throwing me out of the door, where are you taking me? They go to the police station. I'm thinking, maybe it's a detour to where we're going. Maybe they're taking me to someone to tell me my business, whatnot. This is just a small detour. I sit inside the car. They like, get out. I'm like, 40 now I have attitude language, but I don't show it to them because I know I'm still wrong. But inside I still have, that thing with I'm not scared. What are you gonna do to me at this time of the night? Like, I still had that thing. We get inside the police station. We get inside the police station and they ask for a person who's in charge. Fine. They get this other detective. The detective comes. I think it was a detective or one of the high police or something like that. But I think it was a detective because he wasn't wearing any uniform. Or was he? I don't remember. But yeah, she comes. But I'm wondering, what's going on? What are you going to do to me at a police station? What can you possibly do to me at a police station? I haven't stolen anything, so you can't. And inside, I'm like laughing. Gucci, I'm sure they're not taking me here. They're not. What are you going to do to me here? I haven't stolen anything. Fine. They tell the detectives, they're like, my dad doesn't want to see her. He's like, he doesn't want her in his house, so he told us to bring her here because we can't leave her at the side of the street. So we decided to bring her here because my dad doesn't want her inside his house. He doesn't want her inside his house, and he doesn't want to see her. He doesn't want anything to do with this girl anymore because he's afraid that if he keeps on seeing her, he's afraid of what he'll do to me. I knew my dad is livid. You understand? I already knew, but when I heard those words, I knew, because basically that's my dad saying, I'm disowning you. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. So they're like, my dad doesn't want to see her. He's afraid that if he keeps on looking at her, he's afraid of what he'll do to her. The police is like, Kantona, what did you do? The police is like, Kantona, what did you do? I'm like, So the detective is like, so when what did you do? I'm like, I came back late. He's like, why? Where were you? I'm like, I was with my friends. It was my friend's birthday. The detective is like, so what do you want us to do with her here? They're like, she's not gonna sleep at home and you can't leave her on the side of the street. So I wanted to come sleep in one of your cells. You can find a cell for her and let her sleep in a cell. Don't let her sleep here. Let her sleep inside a cell. Yo. And then the detective is like, but we can't do that. We go ahead, and the police officer is like, and now he starts giving me a lecture like, why you can't be doing this, you can't be coming home at this time, you know how many girls parents come here and they're looking for their children, and he gave me a whole lecture which I understood and it was fine. Lecture, everything. Your baby girl is sitting there with her arms in her pockets with some stinking ass attitude, and I'm sitting there like And then when they start talking together, I keep looking on the sides. I'm looking at everything else. Like, this conversation is not about me. But yeah, fine. I stand there, and then the police officer is like, the detective is like, we can't let her sleep here. We only let criminals sleep here. And that's it. Only thing I can do is that I can come back tomorrow or a few days after and check if she's fine. Right now, she looks at me and is like, you see, right now you are my problem. I'm going to come and I'm going to check up on you and see if you're doing the right thing or not. I'm like, okay, fine. He's like, take her home and let her go sleep. I'll come back tomorrow and check if everything has settled down. Let her just sit down and think about it, and I'll come back in a few days and I'll talk to her. They're like, okay, fine, because now they can't even do anything, because they even told him, we don't know where to take her because my dad doesn't want her inside the house. He's like, you can't leave her here, because what are we going to do to her here? Just take her home and let her sleep. I'll come back and talk to her. Fine. I go ahead and I sleep. The next day I stay in my room. Nobody's talking to me. And then later on, around 4 or 5, my dad didn't talk to me. My dad didn't say anything. I thought the next day he's going to come and beat me up still, because I'm still thinking my dad is going to beat me up. This is not the end of it. This cannot be the end. They're going to beat me up still. This is not my punishment. My punishment does not end here. Like, even when I got at home, I'm like, they tried to take me to jail. Did they really try to get me arrested? Imagine, because even when the police officer was telling me, I'm thinking, what if he said yes, I was going to sleep inside a cell? Because even when they said it, in my mind, I'm also thinking, good decision. I took a jacket which has a hoodie, so I can just slip on my hoodie and just rest, because I even had itu underneath. So I was like, okay, fine, at least if I get to sleep there, if I was supposed to sleep there, or if it happened that I slept there, at least I have like a head thing and whatnot, and I could have slept there. Fine. I go ahead and I stay in my room. I don't say anything to anyone because nobody wants to talk to me. I think I didn't even eat. The police officer comes at around 5. They call me Bushawos. My dad is sitting at the sitting room. I go out and I sit. Police officer sits down, greets my dad, talks to my dad. And that time my dad hasn't said a word to me since the previous day. Even the previous day, he didn't even say anything. Police officer talks to me, and my dad was like, that was the first time my dad spoke. And he was talking to me, but it wasn't even directly to me. He was looking at the police officer. That's how mad he was. And he's like, you know what? He goes ahead and he says, you know what? None of my children have ever done this. None of my children have ever came back so late. And he didn't even say much because he didn't even want to say much. He was like, none of my children have ever done this. I don't want to put my hands on her because I know I'll kill her. And he's like, I don't want to put my hands on her because I know I'll kill her and I'll do something I'll regret later on. He's like, you know what, right now, you are not my daughter. I'm like, you are not my daughter. My children that I created, don't do any of the things that you are doing. You are no longer my daughter. Maybe if things were to change, I'd consider you as my daughter. But right now, you are not my daughter. You are nothing. And you know what? I'm not going to do anything for you. It doesn't even matter. I'm not going to do nothing for you. You are not my daughter because none of my children do this. The only people that I'm going to do things for are children that listen to me and listen to what I say. I mean, when are you older? You want to set your own rules. So go ahead. You'll set your own rules and you'll support yourself. Guys, that broke me. You see, the previous day I had an attitude. But when I heard my dad speak, when my dad started talking, that broke me. Like my heart sank. Like, you know, a beating is fine. To me, a beating was okay, but words stuck way more than a beating. You understand? Because my mom would beat me up for things and the next day would wake up okay. But when words are spoken and there's no beating, that sits down. That stays in your heart, guys. Like, it stings right there, deep inside. So my dad said all of that and it stung. Like, it stuck to me. And, you know, in my mind, I'm already thinking, you know what? I'm going to do everything right from here on out. I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to do anything. And I'm going to be on time at home, do everything okay, and clean up and not have the attitude that I normally have. The police officer starts talking to me as well, saying, you see what you have done. And now the tears are like, we are here. We are here to play. My tears start rolling down because now what my dad said to me stung, guys. Like, it really, really stung. My dad is disowning me. Have I gotten to that point? You know? And I felt like telling them, I wasn't doing anything that you thought I was doing. I wasn't doing any of it. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I know I was late, but I'm not so much of a bad child. Like, I'm not, you know? But at the same time, seeing my dad feel that way and hearing what he had to say, it broke me. At the same time, I still wanted to him to hear that I wasn't doing anything that you're thinking I was doing. As much as you're thinking, Guti, and I'm doing my own things, but I wasn't doing any of that. So, yeah, that hit home and it settled down and it pulled out a couch and it slipped. Those words stung. And then the police officer started talking to me and I was crying there like, yeah, I realized what I've done and I'm really sorry and I'd never do it again. My dad really didn't want to say anything to me. He was still really mad. My tears didn't do anything. Barely my tears. After what I did, who are you? Who are those tears for? But anyways, yeah, I started crying. The detective spoke to me and I was like, I'll never do any of that again. He's like, you won't, you promise? I'm like, yeah, I'll never do anything like that ever again. I'll come back at home on time and I'll listen to what my parents tell me. Fine. Talk to my dad. It's like, don't beat her up. She's just a child. These things happen. Some kids, you know, do other things, but, you know, she's saying she's gonna get better and I believe her. So just give her time. Talking to my dad because he can see that my dad is livid and he wants nothing to do with me. And he just said I'm no longer his daughter. Yo. So he's trying to speak to my dad and everything. My dad wanted to hear nothing about it, but it was okay. But I know my dad, so he wanted to hear nothing of it. I was like, guy, as long as she's no longer my daughter, then police officers are like, you should do the right thing. The next time we won't give you such a chance. Then the next time we won't be here and something might happen to you and don't come back home late, whatever, everything. And then he left and yeah. My dad didn't speak to me. He left and went to work. As time goes, things got better. My dad and I were fine. We were fine today. And yeah. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for getting this far, because if you got this far, clearly you enjoyed my story, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, guys. A thumbs up to let me know that you really enjoyed the story, and I'll go ahead and tell you more story times, which might get me killed, but I mean, it is what it is. It's the past. Anyways, I'm joking. Anyways, I realized that I looked at the wrong part of the camera. I was looking directly here, while I was supposed to be looking at the lens here. But anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. Please do give me a thumbs up, but most importantly, please do subscribe, and if you did like me a lot, press the post notification bell and like my video. Another thing, please do comment and let me know how you feel about this video, and let me know if you'd like to hear a little bit more about my life and a lot more other story times that I do have. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Might be just next weekend, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching my video, and thank you so much for subscribing in advance, and for liking my video in advance. Thank you. Bye.